Good afternoon, everybody. This is Jeremy with Amusement with a Twist Orlando, also known as the Bloom Bandit. And today we're going to do Tinkerbell and variations of. As you can see, we have Tinkerbell with the brown hair and orange. I don't know her name. We have Tinkerbell with the black hair and the blue, which is, I think, Night Shadow or Moonbeam. We have Betty Rubble with the necklace. Also, this design is the Ballerina. I'm not actually making the Tinkerbell in the proper colors because I'm making another one of the collection. You would use yellow for the hair. You would use the blush for the body. You would use lime green for her dress, and then the diamond clear for the for her wings. So we're going to start. If you're doing Tinkerbell, you would use yellow. I'm using red. Just blow it up enough. You can leave however much you really want. This is going to be a set of like 4 twists or so. We're going to start out with what looks like a foot. So we're going to do our petal twist, followed by a pinch twist. Now we go to a little more advanced twist, is the 3-bubble roll through, which is 1 bubble, lay it back beside it, roll it over, which locks it in place, so you have what looks like that. Now we're going to take this one and we're going to run it right back through. So we're going to twist it off to about where we want. And what you want to do is you want to separate your bubbles and roll it at the same time. So by rolling it, you don't pop your bubble. Okay? Now you have what looks like almost a head. You'll take the next one is a pinch twist right here at the end. And then you want to break off your balloon. You're done with the red, tie it off. Always tie your balloons. If you don't tie your balloons, sometimes it'll come back to haunt you that it lets all the air out. Okay, next we're going to move just like in the Tinkerbell. We'll be using the blush. Okay, again, about that many fingers or so is fine. This has got a lot of twists and turns in it, so you could probably go less and still get away with it. Okay, take your head, whether it be yellow or red like mine, and just tie it in. Then pull your balloon apart and tuck the nozzle into the head, so she's no longer an airhead. So then you take it and lay it across the 3-bubble roll through, and then you're going to twist by spinning it around the pinch twist. It'll keep it from popping the pinch twist. Okay, now this is going to be fun. This is a set of, I think, 12 bubbles total. So we're going to start at the top of the arms. We're going to go 1 bubble. Then we're going to do the hand bubble. And then we're going to do the upper leg bubble. Then we're going to do a knee bubble. Then we're going to do a foot bubble. So actually we're going to end up with a set of 10 bubbles total. So it's arm, hand, leg, knee, foot, and turn around, and we're going to do it again. So we're going to go foot, knee, and these bubbles here, you want them to get close to even as possible. So by setting them side by side, you just twist those, and you'll have 6 bubbles in a nice chain. Okay, now continue back up. You're going to do your hand, followed by your arm. Once you get that, you might verify that your arms are even or whatever. You can back out a little if you have to, just to try and even out your arms. Okay, most people think that you're going to just wrap it around the pinch twist. The easiest way to do this is to hold the pinch twist in the extra bubble and just grab the arms and just rotate them over. That's the simplest way to do that twist. Okay? Now you'll have something that looks like this. Okay? So you're going to run your balloon through. You don't have to do that part, but I do. I like to lock it in place. Break off the excess. And again, tie it. I cannot stress enough that tie your balloons. And then pop it in her head. That way she has a little more to think about. Okay? So now you straighten out her hair or whatever, and now you have what looks like something like this. Okay, now we're going to flip her upside down. We're going to go back. We've got a pinch twist here and a pinch twist here. So we're going to pinch twist, one full turn. That's all that is necessary for this part, because you're going to actually do another move. Okay, we're going to take this pinch twist and this pinch twist and twist them around. So by holding it in your hand, you can bring them together and just put. Be careful with your pinch twists, because if you do it wrong, you'll end up popping a pinch twist or a bubble because you end up pinching it. But the object is to get it to look like this. So now you have what look like her feet. Okay? Next, you would be using the lime green if you're doing the Tinkerbell herself. I'm using a rose. And again, this one, maybe the handling off of it. This one is really temperamental. You have to really try and judge it, because you need it long enough for the back of her dress and her petals to go around. So about that much is fine. You could probably go less. Okay, a little bigger than your hand for your petal twists are an excellent way to do this dress, because it just looks nicer with the bigger petals. Okay, in order to get my petal twists as even as possible, is I lay them side by side, and then I squeeze it a little and twist. And then, again, I lay it side by side, squeeze it a little, and twist. Then once you get all three petals, you want to go back to each one of your petals one time to lock it in place. That way, none of your petals come unwound or whatever. So, as long as you go through each one once, that centers your design and makes it look good. Okay, now we're going to take these. This is just like in the rose design. You got your three petals. So you just fold them over just like in the rose. And the longer you make them, the more of a bend effect it'll give. Okay? So you have what looks like a rudder to a boat or something. Okay. So now you want to take your doll, and you want to place your dress right at about where her arms and her feet come together. And then look at about where her petal twist is in the back of her head. You want it to actually try and be as even with her head as possible. So everything above that is no longer needed. So break it off, tie it down. Okay. Next, you're going to take the piece you just tied, and you're going to run it right here between the petal twist in the back of her head and between her arms and the top of her head. So just run it right around in through there. And again, for looks, tuck it away in her head. And again, she's got a net or knot to think about. Okay. So now you're going to take this part where her hands and her feet come together, and you're going to hold it with your body. What you're trying to do is get these three petals and this all in one hand, and just twist it around, just like that. Okay, once you've done that, now you just got to position your petals just right. So you got to go one direction, one the other direction. Okay, now I have these two petals here. You could actually leave it like is, but in order for me to do it, I always cross them over each other. The reason I cross them over each other is I want to lock it in place. By rotating it one over the other, it actually wraps it around the person. Okay, take your other bubble, if it's not already in the right direction, and they'll all go down. Okay, now we have this part. Now we take this bubble, pulling your arms apart. You really don't want to roll this part. You just want to just pull it apart and push it through. Because by rolling it, these come undone. You don't want the hands to come undone, because then you're like trying to back up to undo them again. Okay. So now you have what looks like this. Okay. Now we gotta put her her necklace or wings on. So, taking your diamond clear, blow it all the way to the end, all the way. Squeeze it. I mean, really, really lay into it, kind of stretch it out a little. Okay, now you're gonna let out some of the air. The reason you let out some of the air is because it gets too tight in there, and you don't want to like pop the bubble when you're trying to place it. You'll see that I have a little bit of space here. You just squeeze it up a little. That way you can move the air between one side and the other of the balloon, and hopefully it will stay. So now you got a full balloon. Take it, stretch it straight out, twist it over. You should have two even sides. Take it, twist it right in the center. Okay. Now you have what looks like a set of wings. Okay. Crimp it once. Crimp it twice. And after doing it a few times, you can see that they're pretty much even. Like I said, it just takes a little time to do that part. Okay, next we're going to take our ballerina, or Betty Rubble, or Wilma Flintstone, or whoever she is, and we're going to shove that right between her neck, like she's eating a balloon. Okay, turn her to the backwards, and you want to push her head up so that the bottom part of your wings come under that pinch twist, and squeeze them together, because you want to stick those between her arms, and then turn your pinch twist to the side. Stick one on one side, one on the other side, and if you've done it right, it should stay down under there. And again, you'll have, if you look, you have one on this side of the pedal pinch twist, one on this side of the pinch twist, and it's resting against semi back of her head. The wings are shoved in between her arms, which gives it a full effect, and voila. That's how you do the Tinkerbell and all her friends. Or if you don't want, you can get rid of the wings, throw a necklace on it, and it still becomes a pretty ballerina. Okay, hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you, and again, that's Jeremy Cummings, the Balloon Bandit, with Amusement with a Twist, Orlando.